What's up guys? Alright, so in this video I want to talk about the concept of reciprocating the good, challenging the bad. Alright, so let's crack straight into it. So with this first interaction, I'm just like, hey flower child, right? Because she has a pic in her profile that looks very hippie-like. So then she's just like, hey babe, how are you? So it's pretty obvious that she's pretty interested, pretty invested, straight from the get-go. So when I see a response like this, I reciprocate this positive response, right? I show interest back because she's showing me interest, okay? So I'm just like, good, just got back from the gym, looking nice and fit for our romantic date, right? And then it goes on from there. Now, what a lot of guys do and where a lot of guys fuck up is they'll get positive responses from a girl, but then they just punish these positive responses, right? Or they challenge the positive response for no reason. And this just breaks rapport and just turns the girl off, right? So I'll give you an example. Here, he's like, what troubles are you up to? And then she's like, what kind of troubles are you offering? And then here, that's like a positive response, right? Because it's obvious that he's hinting at something that's a bit sexual, right? Like, what troubles are you up to? And then she shows curiosity. She's like, what kind of troubles are you offering? So it's obvious that she's invested, she wants to know more. You know, it's a positive response. But instead, he's just like, I haven't decided if I'm offering yet, right? So the girl gives a positive response. She's like, yeah, I'm kind of into you. And then he's just like, well, you can get fucked, right? That's pretty much what this response is, okay? And then obviously she doesn't respond positively back. She's like, why didn't you think enough about offering? And then he continues on with this cringy, sort of like overcompensating, small dick kind of attitude, right? For no reason, okay? And then she's just like, oh, don't act like you're that special, right? Because it comes across as like arrogance and overcompensation whenever you challenge good, responses. Whenever she's showing interest and then you feel the need to be like, yeah, I haven't decided yet, right? It doesn't make any sense whatsoever, okay? So you don't want to do that. Now, sometimes you do want to challenge bad responses, okay? If you have bad frames thrown at you, if you're getting negative responses, but you don't flip them and you don't challenge them, you will come across as very weak and as a guy that she can just walk all over, who is not strong, who is just what you want to do is you want to challenge bad behavior and you want to flip the frames, okay? This does not mean saying something that comes across as like butthurt, reactive, or even like that negative or offensive, right? None of that, okay? It's simply challenging and flipping the frames. So here on her profile, she says that she's into American Psycho. So to anyone who's actually seen that movie, right, you would know I have to return some videotapes is a really well-known quote from that movie, okay? So I take that quote out. I'm just like, I have to return some videotapes. But she doesn't recognize it, right? She has no idea that that's from the movie. So then she's just like, okay, right? Which has this underlying implication of like, that's fucking weird, right? That's the frame of her message. So I steal her frame and I challenge her a little bit and I flip it completely. I'm like, wow, you haven't even seen the movie. Shaking my head, right? So then she's like, oh, that's what it was about. What movie, right? And then I continue on with the tease right here and I do like 2 face palm emojis and then like the head explode, right? And then I give her a simple answer and then she's like, oh my God, I didn't even realize, right? And you can see that within 2 messages, I've completely flipped this dynamic, okay? This frame. Now, what a lot of guys would have done is they would have just explained themselves, right? She would have been like, okay. And he would have been like, oh, it's from American Psycho, right? And then she probably wouldn't have even responded because she's just like, well, this guy is just fucking like weak and lame. Like, what the fuck, right? So that's what you want to do in your interactions. To sum it up, if you get a positive response, if she's showing you genuine interest, reciprocate that back, okay? Show interest back to her. Now, if she is giving you negative responses, she's trying to throw bad frames at you, don't be reactive, don't send something butthurt. Instead, just flip those frames and challenge and tease her a little bit, okay? So that's what you do. Implement that, let me know how you go, and I'll see you in the next video.